Hello and welcome. This is Rising Dawn 144. Collective message going out. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Hope all is well. Show me what collective needs to know. Show me what's hidden. What is it the collective can't see? What is it they need to know? What is it they need to hear? Excuse me. All right. Let's see what's going on. Show me clearly. All right. Starting out with the gateway to knowledge. What's this gateway to knowledge? That's 11. Hidden desires and inner truth. What's this hidden desires, inner truth? Raven's judgment, accountability, and lessons. What's this judgment? Urgency, the crimson door, a choice, courage, and self-discovery. So you've been through some type of gateway, some type of information, knowledge that you've acquired has changed the way you're thinking about something, your hidden desires, your inner truth. So the way that you're thinking about yourself, the way you think about your wants, your needs, your desires, and taking accountability, realizing the lessons learned. You're putting yourself under judgment, basically. You're holding yourself accountable for your inner truth, what you don't tell everybody else. And with that, this crimson door, this is a choice of self-discovery. Once you step through this door, you learn things that you cannot unlearn about yourself. It's up to you whether you go through that. Tell me about the crimson door. Okay, solitude and navigating the unknown, resilience, process, and clarity. So this is a path that you can only take on your own. There's nobody here to hold your hand. I mean, Spirit's there. Spirit's with you. But this is self-discovery. You have to take accountability and actions. Make the choices. And you have the resilience to process this energy and the information that you find about yourself. You can process it and get clarity. You have that ability. That's why you're at this door. This is a solitude path. You can't take anyone with you. And you're navigating an unknown territory. So basically, what is that? Pulling up your bootstraps. Like once you step through this door, you put those boots on, you lace them up because you're getting ready to go through some deep shit. No other way to say that. I apologize. There's no other way to say that. And it's your own. It's your own. You're going through a process of clarity. Tell me about this gateway. A bold transformation, having the confidence. The Maverick. Okay, so you've gone through this transformation, and now knowledge is coming to you. So now you're holding yourself accountable you have to match that information up with what you have within you. You know, we all go by our own type of rules, you know, that we stand by, that we go by, how we process our information. Like we have our own way. Every person has their own way of dealing with that. And you having this confidence, this bold transformation, the road ahead, you're looking at your hidden desires, where you want to go, where do you want to be in the future? What do you really want? Having the confidence to say what you want and going after it. Having the confidence, pull up your bootstraps and walk through that crap that is built up and accumulated throughout all the years, your own personal crap. So tell me about this judgment. This is you putting yourself through the judgment, soaring perspective, accountability, and lessons. So you're seeing with a bird's eye view how you built up your inner truths and how you conducted yourself based on those inner truths. And now you have this knowledge and it doesn't balance with what you've lived by, what you've thought, the way you thought. So now you have to balance that energy out. And by doing that, holding yourself accountable and seeing it as lessons learned, not, you know, like I'm an idiot, like not putting yourself down, you know, because you didn't know before. Now you have the knowledge. Now you can move accordingly. Now you can move forward. You can fix your thinking, you fix your processing. And that opens your eyes and you get a bigger view from it. Now you're like, oh, all right. That's why that happened. That's why this happened. That's why so-and-so said this. And that's why I had to walk away from this person or walk away from that job. Or it was all to keep you on your path or to put you on your path. And now you have this knowledge. So you're choosing to walk through this door. Tell me about this crimson door. This is a big decision. The weight of the world, releasing burdens and introspection. You're going within and realizing what's been keeping you from this door. From going within and seeing these truths and seeing reality for what it is and the lessons learned for what they are. You're releasing that when you walk through this door. It's a whole new you. Whole new you. It felt like new and you kind of blended together. What's that weight of reflection? I apologize. The quiet story. Yeah, your inner story. You're processing your inner story, the quiet story that you tell yourself in your head. And you're getting clarity on it now of why that story was there, whether it's through childhood, you know, things that happen, whatever built that story. And how it's kept you trapped, like weighted you down. Stepping through this door opens your eyes, gives you clarity to this, how this story has been holding you back. Tell me about this, I didn't even ask. Navigate the unknown in solitude. Messenger's chorus. Divine clarity, divine communication, intuition, and the reckoner. The reckoner is talking about thinking. In solitude, navigating the unknown. And you're figuring out, you're getting divine clarity and divine communication and divine intuition, like you're being led. You're not alone. You're solitude, but you're not alone. You have all of that spirit, all these birds right here. Those are guides, your guardians, messages, divine communication. So once you give up this story that you've lived by, now you have to navigate the unknown. Who are you? Who are you? Like, really, who are you? And that's what I'm getting with this reckoner. And the divine is going to tell you. He's going to give you clarity on that. Ask and you shall receive. Reflections. The veiled watcher, you're being watched. You're being protected. This is a secret. It's hidden. They watched you go through the aftermath of whatever pain that you've gone through in life and how you've transformed it and transmuted it and probably didn't even realize you were doing that. Growth through pain, self-awareness, inner turmoil led to your emotional growth. Surrender, trust, let go of the overwhelm. Your secret power, your inner fire, that's what's coming alive. All right, let's see what Tarot has to say about this. So you're rewriting, I don't know why I can't talk tonight, the quiet story that you have lived by, that you've told yourself about yourself. What does collective need to hear? What is it they cannot see? Yeah, you're willing to just sacrifice that old story and take where the divine's leading you. You're ready to just throw it to the wind. All right. What does collective need to know? Inner strength. Talking about the strength card. 3 of Pentacles. To learn through your experiences. This has built your inner strength. Every trial and tribulation you went through, it's like you collected something from it. And then it was in reserve. And then when you needed to pull that out and look within yourself for your inner truth, you realize the strength that these obstacles have given you. These lessons, the trauma. All right, what's crossing this energy? The Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. You're not dedicating yourself to what you've invested in the past. You've learned too much. You can't go backwards. So I think you're going to let go of a lot. And this is Pentacles, so this is in a material realm. You've learned too much. You can't go back to what was. You've gone through some type of transformation. You've walked through a gateway. It's changed you. So you couldn't go back if you wanted to. You wouldn't see it the same anyways. What's the foundation of this? This is 2 of Wands, 5 of Wands. 2 of Wands talks about you planning, like at an impasse, trying to figure out what you want to manifest, what you want to create. And the 5 of Wands talks about a competition, obstacles in your path. This has others involved in it. So others putting obstacles in your path. And it could not be intentionally, just they're used to who you used to be. And they want to keep you that way. What's this Two of Wands? Two of Wands, kind of like a contemplation card. Well then. All right, we got Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, and 10 of Wands. Yeah, you see, you're not even facing these 5 people in this 5 of Wands. You're facing the other direction. Like you're meditating, contemplating, looking up at the sky. You're alone. And they're over here, you know, playing games. So I see with the Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords and the 10 of Wands, anything that kept you in like fear of walking away from something, or fear of letting go of a job or changing or whatever, anxiety, just anxiety and fears, like they're not founded on anything. It's just the story you tell yourself, right? And being depressed and trapped in your own head and burdened. You don't want any of that, and that's what you're contemplating on. You're thinking very hard about what your next actions are going to be, because this is the opposite of what you want to go for. You've already had this and you don't want to go back to it. And you're remembering it. You're contemplating on it. You're like weighing your options. Like, if I do take this step, this path, will I end up back trapped in my own head? Will I end up back depressed? Will I have so much burden that I can't even think? So many responsibilities. Tell me about this Five of Wands. Sorry about that. Tell me about this Five of Wands, please. Justice. Okay. So justice is here for anyone that's trying to block this path. The path you're on, we already know it. This is something you have to do on your own. And that's what you're doing. You separated yourself from these people. You're not involved in the same activities anymore. You're in your own world. And justice is here because you don't want this energy anymore. And anyone that tries to hold you and confine you into that energy, justice is here. Justice is going to take care of it. This path is protected. What's the past energy? Oh no, I didn't get the crowning. What's the crowning energy, please? Yeah, you can see the bigger picture now. And it's not necessarily these people. It's just they want to hold you where you've been. You know, Four of Swords. Your inner strength to heal yourself. You've had the power the whole time. The Tower. You healing is creating this tower. It's a bold transformation. It's changing everything. The whole foundation is changing. The Hierophant, your relationship to spirit is changing. That is what you're prioritizing. That's what you're going to follow. You're letting go of the old story and creating a partnership with this divine clarity, communication, intuition. You're leveling up. This communication is going to come to you because you've dedicated yourself to yourself and to the path and to spirit and to the unknown. You put your faith in spirit, and now you're working together. What's the past energy? Page of Wands. What's this Page of Wands? What's this message? Four of Wands. Tell me about the Four of Wands. That's celebrating. Celebrating. Could be like a wedding, home. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Ace of Swords. Okay. Well, down here at the foundation, we got the Five of Wands. If you add the Four of Wands with Page of Wands, you got your Five of Wands. Ace of Swords, truth and clarity on this. That message is trying to pull you back into celebrating with them, to enjoy the festivities with them, to go out partying with them, whatever was holding you in your old story, the things you used to do, they're trying to pull you in. They want you to stay with them. They don't want you to evolve past them, even if they don't know it consciously. They're trying to keep you stationary where you've been, and the Spirit's not going to have that. Spirit's not going to have it. The universe isn't going to have it. That's not your path. That's not where you're supposed to be. What's the near future? You've learned too much. You don't resonate with certain energies anymore. Like here, normally you'd be celebrating with them and having fun playing in these games, and you're sitting off by yourself contemplating, meditating, talking with Spirit, communicating. You're the High Priestess. Bold transformation. High Priestess, you are communicating with Spirit in every way. King of Swords. That's the ultimate truth. That is, you're standing in the truth. And this truth is brought to you by Spirit, by the divine. The divine has clarified this truth to you. And that's what you're going to stand in. No one can pull you back because you're too far ahead. You know too much. You know too much to go back. All right, how's collective feel in this situation? Queen of Cups, Page of Swords. You're watching, learning, and listening to what makes your heart open, to what makes your heart flutter, what makes you feel good, what makes you, and I don't mean lustful, like what makes your soul sing, what makes your, I don't know, what gives you chills in your heart open, what, the deep down good stuff. That's what you're following. That's what you're paying attention to. And tell me how others see the collective in this situation. The Lovers. Tell me about this Lovers. Emperor. Okay, the Lovers talks about making a choice, matters of the heart, things you care about deeply. The Emperor talks about, you know, the boundaries of your kingdom. So you put these boundaries up and you enforce them in a way like when you don't want to party with these people anymore or do what you used to do with them anymore. I mean, obviously you're not, these were your friends, they were your family, they were people important to you. So you got to do it in a way like, hey, listen, this is just my path. And it's not that I don't love you. It's not that I don't care for you. It's not that, you know, I'm throwing you away. I just have to do this alone. I have to take this path alone. And if we meet up later on, then so be it. Then, you know, the divine wanted that. But as of right now, I have to do this alone. And you're putting those boundaries up. Talking about this Emperor. Temperance. Keeping yourself tempered, in balance. You have to do what's right for you. Is what it is. What's the hopes and fears in this situation? Two of Pentacles. That could be adapting, balancing, making a decision, financial decision. Talking about the Two of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Okay, so you might be worried about how you're going to, if you left a work job or whatever, could even be, a family. You have to make some decisions on how you're going to balance yourself, how you're going to stay living, in this world. And it might have you a little upset. So tell me about the Two of Pentacles with Five of Cups. Adapting to the changes, Four of Cups. Not accepting an offer, you're bored, what's this Five of Cups? Maybe you're afraid that you're just going to be, Ten of Cups. You're afraid if you put up these boundaries and, explain, hey, I have to do this on my own. You're afraid that these people are going to just not accept you anymore. What's the outcome? And you don't know if you can adapt to that. You don't know if you can adapt to them not accepting you, going on your own path. Eight of Wands, that's quick, direct movement, communication. Eight of Wands, please. That's coming out with the divine communication. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups can be illusions, but it also talks about you can't see what's in the cups. Taking your time to investigate every single cup to see what is actually in the cups before you make a decision. So the Eight of Wands talk about quick, fast movement and communication, and the Seven of Cups is more like, whoa, wait a minute, don't jump too fast, don't make a choice too quick, because you don't know what this is going to give you. Tell me about the Seven of Cups with the Eight of Wands. Three of Swords. Tell me about this Three of Swords. The Queen of Wands, Six of Wands, Knight of Swords. Oh, okay. All right, so this Queen of Wands, I believe, is your energy. You are standing in your manifestation power. The Queen of Wands is very confident, very sexy, very beautiful, she carries herself in a way that you just gotta watch her. And she's moving very quickly. This bold transformation has you moving very quickly and manifesting rapidly. So you're receiving victory and recognition. I see this more as you recognizing that you have to be careful where you direct this energy, because we know that sometimes these cups bring pain. If you pick an illusion, fall for the illusion, whatever's in that cup, and it brings the Three of Swords, that's painful truth that you have to transmute, and you have to heal, and you have to accept, and you have to use it as a catalyst rather than a hindrance. And you're recognizing that if you use this power in a reckless way, it's going to hurt people, and it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt others. So with that truth and knowledge, you can head down your path. This is if you're in the process of this, by the end of it, you're realizing that your manifestations are just like popping off. Bam, 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 bam. So you got to be very careful with that power. And that's what you're recognizing. Not to fall for the BS. What's this Knight of Swords? Yeah, you accept, whatever harsh truths as lesson learned, and then you head out on your way. Okay, yeah, not letting the past emotional memories hinder you or trip you up. Because if you're feeling, hatred or anything like that, which I don't think you are because you've been through this bold transformation, you're past that. But if you do, and then you're manifesting like that, like we can create all kinds of hell. So that's what I see happening. The Knight of Wands, passionately going for this full energy, this new beginning, victory, receiving messages of love, and moving forward with the Ace of Wands, creating. So you're going through a bold transformation, and at the at the end of all this, you're going to have such a good connection and relationship with spirit. Your power is just going to keep advancing, like very rapidly. So stay on your path and don't allow, no matter how much you love them, you care for them, and you want to listen to them, you don't want to leave them hanging. You have to do you right now because that's your path. Okay, and if they truly love you, they will understand that. So don't let them suck you down, all right? Because then you'll be receiving the Justice card as well. You'll be with them. All right, so I'm going to leave this here. Congratulations on this bold transformation. That is amazing. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side.